So I'm doing a persuasive speech on why there should be shorter school days. So my introduction is why there should be shorter school days. Have you ever woken up in the morning to your school alarm absolutely just tired and feeling exhausted and not wanting to go to school? Because I did most of the time. Most people's school days would be at least 7 hours a day, and if you were an athlete or you stayed after school for extracurricular activities or just did anything extra after school, you'd be there for another 2 to 3 hours at most. And so that would put you at 9.5 hours a day that you'd spend at school. And it was just tiring. And so for my school, we started at 7:25 in the morning and ended at 2:25 in the afternoon. Myself, I did 2 sports in high school. I played soccer in the fall and spring, or baseball in the spring. And practices would be 2 hours long every day. And so we'd end school at 2:25 and we'd start practice by 2:40. And we wouldn't end until 5:40. And so by the time I got home, I still had to eat. Still had to do homework, and then I also played club soccer, and so when I played club soccer, I'd practice at 8, and I wouldn't get done until 10 o'clock, and I'd come home, probably not eat, and I'd still have homework to do, because if I didn't finish it, I would just have to finish the homework, and yeah, there was just a lot during the week, and so the reasons why I think that if you push back the school days, like the amount of hours, is because you can get the recommended amount of sleep that you need, which is 8 hours of sleep, and it can help you get used to the college lifestyle if you want to go to college, or if you planning on going to like a JUCO or something. Instead of getting out at 2:25, maybe just get out at like 1:30. So instead of starting at 7:25, you'd start at like 8:30. Still be at school for a decent amount of time. Still get your work in, and instead of being done at 2:25 and then being done with practices by 5:40, you'd be done at 1:30, and you'd be done with practice by 3:30, 4 o'clock, and you'd still be able to go home, relax for a little, do your schoolwork, and still have a social life and be able to hang out with friends and all that. And a reason why I think that the school days should be also pushed back more is because it helps with timing and scheduling and being able to do things on your own. And like in college, it's a lot different because you have a bunch of time by yourself and not just sitting in a classroom for 7 hours plus 5 times a week. You're in a classroom for about 4, 5, 6 hours a week, only 3 times a week. And so you have a bunch of time to do homework and time management, and it would also help with time management because when I got into college, time management was not the best thing, and that was probably because didn't do so well in high school. But yeah, that's my speech.